Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Wilfredo Gonzalez. I'm proud to be presenting my contemporary business leadership PowerPoint. I did this with the help of Mazar Morales. He's been in the United States Marine Corps for about 22 years. I look forward to going over this with you guys. So a little bit of background of the person that I selected. Mazar Morales has been in the United States Marine Corps since 2003, so about 22 years now, or a bit over that now. He is from Texas and is Mexican American. Throughout his early life, he always aspired to do out of the norm things. While Aaron Morales was in high school, he witnessed the terrorist attacks of 9/11. From this, he felt a call to action. Upon graduating high school, he would enlist into the United States Marine Corps as a correction and detention specialist. Um, that's currently my um, military occupation as well. So I've been able to work with him over the times. He's told me about his deployments, trainings, and it it seems like he is very well versed in the managerial realm. When I asked him what was his greatest achievements, he told me it was his two deployments to Iraq back in 2014 and 2018. 100% accountability of personnel and equipment. That 100% doesn't mean that he didn't lose people, but it means that everything was rather accounted for. And then streamline security operations by safeguarding the FOB. A FOB is a forward operating base. It's where the service members, where they're deployed, that's where they operate out of. So they eat, sleep, train, or um, do things out of. Imagine it's their center of operations, essentially. So during Operation Inherent Resolve, Mazar Morales balanced personal sacrifices with professional pride. Though difficult being away from family, he excelled in base security and detention operations. Early praise from his area commander, his leadership directly protected Iraqi civilians from Taliban and militia threats. Morales was scored 42 out of 50 in servant leadership because he demonstrated foresight, stewardship, and strong commitment to the well-being of both his Marines and the broader community he served. So it's not only him protecting Americans, he's protecting the local population, the local Iraqis, and they were also being, terrorized by local Taliban and other militia groups. Servant leadership traits: foresight, anticipating security flaws, and oversight. Oversight is a big thing. A lot of times in the military, we only understand what's in front of us, but we don't think, 2 months, 3 months down the road. Listening to his Marines and gaining that feedback as a leader, gaining feedback is incredibly important. And for stewardship, accountability focused. Morales explained that throughout his career, he became skilled at handling unpredictable variables such as Marines facing personal struggles, unplanned enemy attacks, and policy flaws that required quick operational adjustments. He also highlighted his role as a enlisted advisor to commissioned officers. Commissioned officers are going to be those captains, those lieutenants, those colonels, providing grounded insight that shape more effective decisions. His servant leadership score of 41 out of 50 reflects these strengths, demonstrating awareness, foresight, and stewardship. These qualities align with modern servant leadership research, which emphasizes adaptability, ethical decision making, and prioritizes the growth of others. Major challenges: ethical dilemmas, such as the Marines' failed drug tests, balancing discipline with support, and connecting Marines to support services and religious representatives. In the military, we have something called, oh, sorry about that. We have something called chaplains. So we have religious chaplains from many different religions, Buddhist chaplains, Catholic chaplains, Christian chaplains, Jewish chaplains, things like that. Morales is responsible for the professional development of his subordinate Marines, along with proper disciplining them if they fail to uphold the values and morals of the United States Marine. He explained during the interview that on more than one occasion he had a Marine get into legal trouble for failing a drug test. Even in his more professional and responsible subordinates, he had to be fair, firm, and impartial with them. This was a major challenge. Balancing support and consequences was difficult at first for him. But over the years and experience, it got easier for him. Servant leadership traits. Challenge. Empathy. Listening to Marines struggle. Marines struggle on a daily basis if it's not from personal struggles with their families, their friends, to professional struggles such as them not getting along with their non-commissioned officers or their superior leaders. Healing, directing them to counseling, or even sitting down with them and letting them vent. No, a lot of times Marines just want to be heard, service members just want to be heard. And if they feel like they're in an environment where they can't do that, sometimes that leads to some serious bad things. Stewardship, enforcing accountability through small unit leadership. Empathy is an important part of emotional intelligence. During Morales' career, he endured and experienced many of the common struggles that Marines face, ranging from excessive drinking, PTSD, anger issues, familial trauma. Whenever he crosses a Marine with similar issues, he can deploy empathy. Empathy is incredibly important because it allows us as a leader to understand the perspective and potential severity of an issue a Marine or employee may be dealing with. Regarding the healing aspect, it is always recommended to let the person know that they have a friend that they can speak to about their issues, in addition to recommending professional counseling. Mission, vision, strategy. Mission, ready to fight and win wars. Vision, expeditionary force and readiness. Strategy, training, and adaptability leadership. Mission is the overall goal of organizations. For Morales, it was preparing his Marines to fight in battles and to return home to their family and loved ones. In order to have a practical mission, envisioning it for practical reasons is key. Creating an unrealistic mission can make developing a vision difficult and unattainable. Strategy towards any problem or challenge is important to be an effective force. Regarding Morales, he claimed training would be at the top of his priority list. He explained that training as you fight is incredibly important because when the time comes to fight, you can't stand there like a deer in headlights. And that's something that, as a service member, that it's always drilled into our head: train like you fight, train like you fight. And eventually, when the stuff hits the fan, you're able to perform without any kind of hesitation. Entrepreneurial mindset, proactivity, adaptability, resource leverage. Morales stressed that proactivity is critical for leaders, whether in simple actions like packing extra gear or in analyzing long-term operational plans for weaknesses. He explained that adaptability is the core mantra of the Marine Corps. Failing to adjust to changing environments or challenges can quickly lead to breakdowns. This is especially true given the Marine Corps' limited resources as the smallest branch with the smallest budget, but tasked to serve as the nation's 911 force. Morales earned the entrepreneurial mindset score of 26 out of 3, reflecting his proactive and resourceful leadership style. Research confirmed that adaptability supports resilience. Leadership style comparison. Massaw Morales versus former Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin. When comparing Massaw Morales with former Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin, some clear similarities and differences appeared. Both leaders emphasized integrity, discipline, and service, but Morales focused on adaptability and avoiding emotional decisions at the unit level. While Austin guided the Department of Defense at a national level, this is a big difference in scale operationally. Morales' influence came from daily inspections and credibility with Marines, whereas Austin relied on transformational leadership to build consensus among diverse stakeholders. A key difference in scope, Morales concentrated on tactical readiness while Austin emphasized on strategic vision. Together, they showed how leadership principles scale across organizational levels. So like we learned in class, we have our top level, our middle, and then our inline supervisors. Lessons learned. Consistently builds trust. Leaders must be open to learning and development. Avoid isolated and emotional-based decisions. I'll tell you right now, emotion-based decisions are the quickest way for someone to get hurt or someone to get in trouble or for you to make the wrong choice. Always, whenever you're upset or you're mad, always take a minute, breathe, and then come to a rational decision. One of the key lessons that I took from Massaw Morales during my interview was the importance of staying open to new experiences and perspectives. He emphasized that being well-rounded prepares leaders for challenges, even if they aren't experts in every area. He often refers to saying, a jack of all trades is a master of none, but often better than a master of one. For him, this reflects persistence, continuing to build skills until he was equipped to face any situation. Another critical lesson was avoiding emotion-based decision making. Morales stressed that letting emotions take over can cloud judgment and in leadership. Poor calls don't just affect us, they ripple through employees and the entire organization. Effective leaders inspire trust and commitment by letting their behaviors with core values. Conclusion: serving leadership and achievement and challenge, entrepreneurial mindset and strategy and readiness, leadership shaped by foresight, empathy, and adaptability. In conclusion, interviewing Master Morales gave me valuable insight into leadership and real-world situations. His experience leading Marines under challenging conditions, such as deploying to Iraq, showed how transformational and serving leadership can work hand in hand. He relied not only on legitimate and expert power, but also on respect and trust built with his team. From his example, I learned that effective leadership balances discipline with empathy, and that credibility comes from both competence and character. Overall, his leadership journey demonstrates how theories connect with practice, and it reinforces the importance of adaptability, integrity, and relationship building in any organization. I appreciate my time, I appreciate your time, and thank you. Here are my references.